Hey, Maria. I'm gonna cut to the chase, but how are you and Joseph doing?
Long time no talk, Amy. Are you talking about what our lives are like after the marriage?
Yep, that's right. Just checking in to see if my favorite brother is getting along well with his wife is all. And I know you two are living at Mom's house at the moment while your house is being built. So I just wanted to know if you were both doing okay financially.
Oh, thanks for the concern. But we've been doing great these days. And your parents have been very nice to the both of us.
Oh, I gotcha. I'm almost jealous at how well married life is going for you.
Oh, is something wrong, Amy?
Well, you see, I got divorced recently.
Wait, seriously? You got divorced?
Is it that hard to believe? Super recent news, actually. We went official with it last night.
Yesterday? God, I didn't expect it to be so recent.
I'll stop beating around the bush. I got kicked out from my ex-husband's house and I don't really have anywhere to go. So I was thinking about going back to Mom's place where you're staying at the moment.
He kicked you out just like that? For no reason? Jesus, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Look, I suppose it could always be worse. I'd love to go back home right now, but I don't really want to overload the house with you two staying there and all. So I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Right. I suppose I'm currently using the room which you used to use.
Sorry that it was a glum way to ask, but I suppose I just wanted to see if you and Joseph were doing all right. Like, if you weren't, I could have just switched places with you and used that room. But I guess there isn't much I can do if you two are getting along well.
Right, yeah. Sorry for making this difficult.
Oh, don't worry about it, Maria. I'm glad you're getting along with Mom and Dad.
So, what do you plan on doing? I mean, like, in terms of where you'll be living until you sort all of this out. Do you have a friend you can stay with?
Yeah, nope. Nothing comes to mind. I told you, I've got nowhere to go right now.
Well, you have to live somewhere, right? Surely there's someone you can get in touch with.
I suppose there's one thing I could do. I suppose you'd both have to leave and stop living there.
What do you mean?
I was originally planning to take your place if you weren't getting along with my parents, but I suppose it doesn't make much difference if you are getting along. I guess I'll just have to force you both out. I'll be dropping by later today.
Hold on a second. I'm sure we can work something else out, right?
Besides, you're staying in what used to be my room, remember? So I think I get first priority when it comes to having a place to sleep. I'd clean out that room ASAP if I was you.
I think you need to take a step back here. We can work something out, but this is a little too sudden. It'll take a few days at least to organize everything I have here.
Look, I hate doing this to you, but I don't really have a choice right now. And I'll say this again, but that was my room. It's a little weird that you're getting prioritized right now, don't you think?
I get what you have to say, but…
Well, chop chop. That room won't clean itself out. Shoot me a text when you're done.
Hey, Barbara. Do you have a second? Is something wrong? I'm surprised you're texting me at the moment. Aren't you at work?
Well, you see, there's a bit of an emergency.
Did you hear about the news from Amy? No. Did something happen? She hasn't contacted me today. Well, I just got a message from her just now. Apparently, she got a divorce with her husband. She divorced her husband? That's the first time I'm hearing this. Oh, so it's safe to assume that you haven't heard about the situation with her coming home, right? She doesn't have anywhere to stay at the moment since she was kicked out by her husband. And she wants to come back and stay for a while. As in, come back to stay at our house? I really had no idea. I wasn't expecting this to happen. This is all really out of the blue. We don't have enough beds for her to stay over. Right, I was thinking the same thing. So maybe it really is the best choice for Joseph and I to leave for a little while. You're planning on leaving? Hold on. Is that what Amy told you to do? Well, it was a suggestion. And I'd love to help your daughter out, but it's a little sudden for me to just leave. So I thought I'd message you in order to figure out what we can do about this whole situation. Right. Well, I'm glad you told me instead of panicking about it all by yourself. Thank you for letting me know, Maria. I'm happy that you trust me like your own mother. So I suppose we should work out what to do about this situation. We shouldn't just rush to conclusions and have you leave the house just yet. Are you sure? If we need to leave, we can always work out other places to stay temporarily. Don't be silly, dear. Don't worry about Amy. I'm sure we can work something out. But then where will Amy be staying? Well, she has the money, so I'm sure she can find a place to stay for the time being. Besides, she's been an absolute handful in the past. She left on her own accord, even though we were against it, saying she could look after herself, so I don't know why we should welcome her back so casually. Wait, did something happen? Oh, it happened a while back. She had been living with us all the way into her adult life, but my husband got sick suddenly and had to be taken to hospital. And right at the same time, I hurt my knee doing yoga. Then Amy, out of nowhere, told us that she'd be leaving the day after. She said she didn't want to keep being a personal driver, driving me and my husband up and back to the hospital all the time. She said that? We weren't even planning to keep asking her to drive for us at all. I was going to ask a family friend of ours to drive us when we needed to go. But of course, Amy had to jump to conclusions and think we'd keep asking her for help. Who'd have thought she'd leave just like that? She never paid for her own food or rent, and I had to do all of her laundry and cleaning. I had no idea any of that happened. And then, after both me and my husband got better, Joseph started living with us when he got a new job in the area. And then you two got married. We're just so grateful that the two of you have been helping us out throughout these past few months. Oh, don't mention it, Barbara. We should be the ones thanking you for letting us stay with you. I'm not particularly good at housework, so I'm very thankful that you help us out in that regard. Looks like we appreciate each other's assistance. I see you as my own daughter, Maria. So there's absolutely nothing to worry about in terms of living here with us. I'll sort everything out with Amy myself. I'd appreciate that. Well, I'm sorry for pushing this onto you, but I'll let you sort out Amy's situation. Amy, please open the door. I've been locked out.
Oh, keep quiet. Stop banging on the door. You're going to annoy the neighbors.
Well, I wouldn't have to bang on the door if you didn't push me out of the house. You woke me up and made it seem like there was an emergency. It's my day off, you know. You didn't have to shake me awake and kick me out like that.
You had 3 days to leave and you didn't. So I had to take it into my own hands. You did this to yourself.
What are you talking about?
I specifically told you to leave ASAP. You didn't get back to me in 3 days. You know what I had to do for the past 3 days? I had to sleep on my friend's couch.
I'm sorry to hear that, but we never came to an agreement that I'd be leaving or anything like that.
We did. I told you to leave, and what I say goes, especially when it's to do with my own room. Why do I have to live without a house when there's a perfectly good home here? That's why I have to do what I did. I did nothing wrong.
Amy, what's gotten into you? Let's talk this over. This is obviously not the way to sort this out.
How can I be calm in a situation like this? I got a text from Mom last night. You know what she told me? That you four were enjoying your time staying together in this house and that I wasn't welcome home. You expect me to be calm after hearing something like that?
But I heard what you did from your mother. You abandoned both of your parents when they needed immediate help, didn't you? I'm not trying to take sides, but I understand why your mom would react that way.
Hold on. I'm her biological daughter. Why would she prioritize some random girl that my brother just so happened to marry? I literally have nowhere to go after a horrible event happened to me.
Again, I'm sorry that's happened to you, but I don't appreciate you taking it all out on me.
I don't know what you did to my mom to deceive her, but you're evil. What parent doesn't take care of their own daughter? You must have made up some awful things about me to her. Though I guess I heard other things about how awful you are as a human.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, don't worry. I know it all. It seems like you haven't been working after getting married. You don't ever leave the house and you're a shut-in, aren't you? The neighbors don't think too highly of you.
Wait, really? Where did you hear that from?
When I was coming home, I heard a few ladies gossip about you outside. And I heard it all. I heard that you're bad at cooking, too. I bet you ask Mom to do all the household chores while you're at it. You must be living an amazing life, being a stay-at-home wife that does nothing all day.
Absolutely none of that is true. I'm not just sitting on the couch all day. I work very hard, both at my job and around the house.
Oh, do you? Tell me. I'd love to know more about it. I wonder what lie you're going to come up with.
It's not a lie at all. I don't know what you heard, but it's very much incorrect.
For a girl that looks so innocent, you sure are a dirty liar. I was originally happy that you were living with Mom and Dad, but you're actually just a freeloader that just lounges around at their place.
Amy, stop with this. It's not funny and you're completely wrong. Like I said, I don't know what you heard, but I'm telling you none of it is true. I'll explain it all, so please let me in.
I won't ever allow a bum like you to wander into my house. Today's your last day of being a bum and doing nothing, you hear me? Now I finally get to enjoy some peace and quiet.
What do you mean?
Well, I went through a ton with that divorce. I just wanted to let all that frustration out and sleep it off. But for my brother's wife to be a lazy freeloader of all things, why was I the one that had to live like a homeless person these past few days? I quit my job because of all of this too. So it seems like it's my turn to lounge about.
You quit your job, Amy? Why would you do that?
I sure did. I thought now was the perfect time for a fresh new start. I deserve a little rest before I look for a new job though, don't you think? I think I'll enjoy all of the perks you had been taking for granted up until now.
Are you serious? That was really a bad decision.
I'm the only one that should be allowed to get spoiled from my mom. You've had enough fun. So come to terms with the fact that you're out of here. I'm not letting you back in.
Amy, please just listen to everything that I have to say. I have been working all this time.
Your neighbors have told me that you never even leave this house. Why would you ever think I'd believe you? You've taken way too many things for granted. So it's my turn to experience all of those things that you've been enjoying. Get out of my sight already. It's my turn to enjoy being a freeloader, all while being spoiled by my own parents now.
Well, it seems like we'll all be leaving then.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it seems like you don't want to listen to me, so I'm done. If you insist that you want to stay here while doing no work for it, then we'll all just be leaving. I'm not just talking about me and Joseph either. The whole family is coming with me.
You've clearly lost your mind.
We'll see. I've been texting your mom this whole time, and it seems like she finally just saw my texts. She's been with your father who went for a checkup this morning. So I'll be heading over there to discuss where we'll move to going forward.
Wait, hold on. You're not making any sense. What do you mean? Where will you be moving to?
I did consider leaving with Joseph briefly, but after seeing how awful you are, I figure it'd be horrible to Barbara if she had to deal with you. So I'm going to take responsibility and deal with it myself.
Wait, answer me! What are you on about?
I'm saying that you can live in that house all by yourself now. I don't know how you'd be able to pay your rent without a job, but I suppose that's your problem to work out.
Tell me what's happening, for God's sake! Where do you plan on taking my parents? They're my parents. Why do you think you have any right to take them away from their own daughter?
You should know by now we're in the process of building a new house. In fact, I just got a call from the contractor and it should be done within the next week. We'll be able to move in no time. Obviously, I won't be telling you the address, though.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, that's what Barbara wanted to do after all. She told me that if I was going to leave the house because of this whole situation, then they'd both tag along too. And she specifically told me not to tell you where we'd moved to.
How dare you? You guys are being so unfair to me.
Well, you've locked me out here, so I'll tell you through text. But I'm not a freeloader at all. I've been working freelance ever since I've been living here.
You do freelancing? I bet you barely make any money though.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Everything I do is online, and I definitely make more than you. So I'd appreciate it if people like you who don't have a job at this point would stop calling me a freeloader.
You're telling me you have a stable income?
Oh, absolutely. Your mom appreciates the fact that I work every single day from home, and that's exactly why she takes care of most of the housework.
No way. I don't believe it.
I do feel bad that I've left her to do most of the housework, but just know that I have been paying for the majority of the expenses in the household. Like I said, I make a lot more money than you did. I can afford to pay for your parents' expenses. Your mom does the housework, and I spend my hard-earned money on the groceries and other necessities. We've been doing that ever since I moved in, and it has been going very well.
You're kidding me.
Oh, it's all the truth. Even my husband doesn't make as much as I do. In fact, I've completely taken over payments for this house for the time being. It's my way of showing appreciation for letting us stay here.
No way. You make that much money? But didn't you just buy a house too? Why are you paying for everything?
Because I have the money and I want to help out. It's the least I could do after everything your parents have done for us. I'm sure that's a really crazy concept for your little brain to try and process. You're used to only thinking about yourself. Being selfless just isn't part of your character.
You know what? I don't believe you. You're just trying to act tough. Just because you pay for everything doesn't make you the owner of the house. My parents still own it, which means my room is still my room. You don't have any right to be here. This is our house, and there's nothing you can do to change that.
Funny you should mention that. Your mom just got back to me. She just gave me the green light to help her put this house on the market. So, yes, there is something I can do about it, which is help your mom sell it.
What? No way!
Well, I need to go now. I have many documents I need to work on, from selling this house to finding a new one. That house will be someone else's property soon, but for the time being, you're welcome to stay there. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Maria! Are you guys seriously selling the house? Someone asking about the property just came to the door. He said he was from the real estate agency asking to see the inside of the house.
Oh, yep. All the documents are done. Your mom told me to do whatever it takes to sell the house as soon as possible. She put me in charge of everything.
No way.
So I wouldn't advise getting in the way of that man when he comes back later again today. I think he's going to be bringing some possible buyers with him. Though I did hear from the agency that the properties in this area have gone up quite a bit in the past few years. Great news, right? Your mom will be getting way more than she originally thought for it.
Why would I care about that? It's not like I'm getting any of that money.
She already said she's gonna buy us all new furniture for our new place. Isn't that nice of her? Oh, by the way, our move-in date is in 3 days. We're gonna need you out of there before then because we're handing over the keys to the realtor for now.
What? That's too soon. Look, Maria, I need to ask you a favor. Is there any chance you can send me some of that money you guys gained from this house?
Why would we ever do that?
Because my ex-husband got in contact with me and it seems like I need to pay my half of the divorce fees and I'm in a little bit of trouble.
That sure sounds like some bad luck.
I was planning on selling some of the things I left here before I moved out, but it seems like Mom and Dad didn't leave any of my belongings behind. Could you help me out?
No, absolutely not. You are completely out of touch with reality if you think we'd give you a dime.
Aw, come on. I'm your sister-in-law after all. I don't have a particular place I can stay at right now, but I can work that out myself. But that little extra bit of money will really go a long way, you see. So, what do you say?
I really don't know what to tell you. It's not even my money to begin with. Why are you even asking me? Why don't you try begging your mom for some money? If you get down on your hands and knees and kiss her feet apologizing for everything, maybe she'll consider it for half a second. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though.
Oh, seriously? Great. Okay. I'll ask Mom directly then. You're right. I still don't even believe you have any money, so asking you is totally pointless. I'm sure it'll be a lot easier to get money off my own mother than a complete stranger. How could she say no?
Man, I'm actually starting to feel bad for how out of touch you are. Actually, don't even bother asking her. I just asked her for you. She said she wouldn't be giving you a single cent.
Why not? I am her daughter.
Amy, what did you expect? You know how she treated you when you asked if you could stay. Why would she suddenly help you out with finances all of a sudden?
Because she's my mother. She can't abandon her own daughter like this.
Well, she just did. She's with me right now, and she's been reading all of your messages since you started texting me. We're talking about finances right now, and I promise you haven't been brought up once. Oh, and by the way, your mom talked to your ex-husband. It seems like you were kicked out because you were cheating on him.
Why would my mom talk to him?
Well, your mom got suspicious that you never told her about the divorce and decided to get in contact with him herself.
Well, he's lying.
You selfishly cheated while you were in a happy marriage, and you expected to rock up to your mom's house and live there without any punishments? Then you were planning to get your own mom to pay for the divorce payments, even though you were the one that caused all of this? You need to stop being so immature and take care of your own responsibilities. I don't care where you learned that sort of thing, but it sure wasn't from someone as wonderful as your mother.
Wait, hold on. I'm really in a lot of trouble right now. I'll go apologize to Mom or whoever you want me to. But please lend me this money just this once.
What are you saying? We've already established that the money your mom's getting for this house is not for you. Just because she promised to get new furniture for us with that money doesn't mean you get anything.
You can't do this to me.
Well, the four of us will be living our best life. There's no need to worry about us. We'll definitely be saving all of that money that we have left over. Maybe we'll take a few trips overseas once in a while to treat ourselves. We don't want a situation to happen where we end up losing a place to live.
Wait, hold on. Are you just going to abandon me? My mom wouldn't just leave her only biological daughter to go bankrupt, would she?
It sure looks like it. Biological or not, there's one thing you need to understand. Unlike you, I didn't leave Barbara to fend for herself when she needed to go to the hospital. But you're just trying to act like family just so you can run away from your problems. And yet you wonder why Barbara likes me more than she cares for you. I wonder where it all went wrong.
Please, just wait!
Don't expect a parent to help you when you pushed them away out of your own life. If you were to treasure your own relationships more, you wouldn't have broken up with your ex-husband, and you would have had a loving, accepting family. I work as hard as I can to support the ones I love. I treat my family with respect and help them when they need it. I don't betray those that love me the most just because I'm too lazy to help them out.
This doesn't make any sense. Mom gave birth to me. Why is she favoring a nobody like you? Why is everyone treating me like dirt?
You need a taste of your own medicine, it seems like. Well, there's plenty of time to do reflecting. Unfortunately, I can't help you with that. I have more important things to do. Anyways, I don't intend to share with you the address where we'll be living from now on. So you better start figuring out how to look after yourself now that you're truly by yourself. Amy had nowhere to go and no one to rely on, and ended up running out of money. It seems she took out a loan in order to pay her ex-husband the money she owed. And she continued to work low-paying part-time jobs day in and day out in order to live in her cheap apartment by herself. I did hear that her mom goes up to check on Amy every now and then in terms of her lifestyle, but it seems like the only answer she gets is the fact that Amy is still deep in debt. In fact, it seems like she's even more in debt than she started off with, which means she may need to figure something else out moving forward. Though I think at this point, her mom has given up on her altogether. I wouldn't be surprised if she stopped checking up on her anytime soon.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more. See you next time.